poems for my book, and then a newer poem. The first one is called Indian Summer. It was so hot the way you helped me transition into high school. Baseball diamonds rock themselves to sleep at night. The way the air is so perfect and crisp at Halloween time and the streets get dark so early. There's a moth in the house, eyes all over its wings. I sleep with the covers over my head. You threw a penny into the fish pond and it landed in my mouth. Libby said, "Native Americans, Mom." The ghost quiet girl voice at the end of the song. The way my grandma bounced a ball off the front stoop in the 30s, ate penny candy, scrawled in my diary, "My life is a Great Depression." I put my tongue in your mouth as a joke. The way she told us not to cry over spilled milk, literally. When I was wasted in the top bunk laughing, pulled a foot-long string of goo out of my eye. How it's kind of like an entire town underneath the Christmas tree if you think about it. True love, your mother's head in your father's lap, crying. When you call me, if you call me, I'll say, "I was just thinking about you." And you'll say, "Oh yeah? What were you thinking?" So, okay, the next poem is called Ghost Story. I saw Bigfoot there, a cherry red heart formation in the middle of the pond. Thought maybe the twitch in my eye could be you tugging at my eyeliner. All the black birds lined up on the telephone wire. Hello? I'd like to thank the seeds, all the seeds that turned into trees after everyone said they'd never grow. Thank the part of the movie where the girl says, "Hold me." I was wearing earmuffs the size of full moons, and the road was filling up with snow. So I write a lot about girls, so it seems fitting, I guess, for feminine Wiles. Let's see. This is called Pachyderm. She liked the sad circus songs, love songs, songs about babies and their mothers, enormous with memory, reaching their trunks through the bars of their cages. When she heard them, her fingers ached at the tips. They did what they were trained to do, folded in her folding chair, pretending there wasn't an elephant in the room. It's called a trunk, and you heave it. You pack it full, and you reach with it. You load it with books and bags and school pictures, and you slam it shut. How tight does your skin sit? How leathered is your memory? There is a name for when fingers get trained to open lockers, yours and your best friend's and your boyfriend's locker, and when it locks. There's a name for when your body misses limbs that went away. There's a name for the bars and the chains, for tassels and podiums, for crowds and for trumpets, a name for what we're born with and what we learn. And everyone says, "Look at the baby elephant. Look at the sad gray balloon. What's a pyramid but the girl on top? What are you without your boyfriend? What's an elephant without its sagging trunk? What's your locker combination without your memory?" Valentine's Day. When Andy said, "Don't I have a beautiful body?" and clutched the skeleton key. I saw 2 sorority sisters today, and they were wearing brown sorority sweaters with gold sorority letters. On the contrary, I don't want distance at all, not at all. If you're ever bored up in the attic, you can rearrange the letters in my name. If you ever need a recommendation, just light another candle. One of the sorority girls had long red hair and feathered bangs, a great figure, California weather, a show of hands if you were wrong all along. The drinking fountain in the park squirted water so cold it could only mean one thing, if you know what I mean, and I know that you don't. Cold water nipped my lip, and now I have the blues. Alyssa has a handful of violets. Alyssa has a lavender lunch pail and a matching headband. When the roll is called, she always says, says, present. The megaphone is a black hole, forgive me. The plumbing system under the drinking fountain leads deep into the ground and lets out into the attic. Every day is Valentine's Day in the attic. Every day is a varsity letter sewn into her jacket. This is all hearsay. Heard it with my ear to the ground. Heard it from the I at the end of her name. Every freckle on her body is an auburn heart, I just know. Every spider in the attic is building a sweater, I just do. I'm in the fabric. I can't find my way out of the fabric. Every thread is a live wire. Every letter is a love letter. And I'm just going to read one more poem. It's new, it's very new, and it seems appropriate for the feminine Wiles theme. And it's called Sisterhood Isn't Powerful, and I would like to dedicate it to Enoch Boone. I kept a log in the 1990s of every detail of every outfit that I wore every single day. I got the idea from my sister, and got my fashion inspiration from my sister, and from an amalgam of boys in the yearbook, and girls in cassette tapes, and girls in the school watch section of 17, the ones that looked like deer in headlights. I wanted to know all the words to every song, so I listened to my stereo, pressed play, pause, wrote, rewound, repeat, to be the girl with the most cake, or not really, Tuesday, velour stripe with jeans, sunglasses, blood lipstick. If I wanted to hear the song again, I would rewind the tape, and in that rewinding was a moment, like how we use moment in catalog writing, or in epic Latin-based romance languages, when we talk about feminist history. The moment of pressing play was my sister in a fury with a locked door in her way. I am worried about the next generation of teenagers, the ones who did not grow up exactly like me, the ones who write on the internet all night long, the ones who have access to all the words to all of the world's songs, the ones that look like deer in headlights. Keeping a log is a great way to keep track of your outfits so you don't repeat them. My brain tickles all night long. My outfits. I could quit my job. I got the idea from her. I could dye my hair red. I got the idea from you. I could love my sister, even though we no longer wear the same clothes. I got that idea from Juliana Hatfield and her band in the 90s, which was called the Juliana Hatfield 3, but not in that it was made up of 3 sisters. I got the idea of imagining a world without feminism from Manifesta by Amy Richards and Jennifer Baumgartner. I tried to picture myself smiling enormously while jumping up and down on a giant trampoline. I don't know where my sister went, but I know I can't save her. I could make her a mix CD of songs about sisters, including the Juliana Hatfield song, but that wouldn't save her either. She gave me that tape because she didn't want it anymore. I could make her a list of all my clothes, all the ones I stole, all the ones I didn't steal. Wednesday, orange stripe over long sleeves, juicy shirt, dog tags, noodle necklace. M.G. Lord in Forever Barbie says that our daughters are miniature versions of ourselves, that every girl's Barbie is a miniature version of herself. I named my baby doll after my sister. I hung my Barbie from a noose in my locker. Thursday, lived through this shirt under gray flannel, torn jeans. Manifesta was worried about the state of feminism in America in the 90s, how the second wave looked down on the next generation like stuffy old moms who knew better. Where will the next generation find pleasure? Where will they find poetry? What will they wear? I read my sister's diary in 1990, hand jobs and hot tubs and hair metal. All my earring holes have closed up where you, my sister, should be. My generation's cracked in the pavement. Put your hands in it. Put your hands in the air if you can't imagine your life without the internet. Put your hands in the air if you remember a world without it. Thanks.